from the block and they scamming, they know what Bank said. I got the work on the avenue, they know what Tank said. I got the that live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the Jordan, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, we never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Oh, hey, any 10 o'clock, got a flight out, yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I go to hotels when I step out, yeah, your boy got a doorman.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene, the Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. Trevor Davis now to return. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Tuesday.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now Ryan on second down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They go play action here on first down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Julius Peppers in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now the pitch to Freeman. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on third down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Gun.
On third down, Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Newton now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Hey, ready, set, white 25. Gun. 20.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They'll run here with Freeman. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Get up! Let him go!
They get it to him running left. He juked him. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
12. Get up! White!
That's going to set him back 5 yards. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal.
12. 12.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pass incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go, fellas.
From the gun on third down, Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Gun. Ready, we're ready. Here we go. There we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
Hey.
Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
On 1st down, Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and it's 3rd and 5.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. That drive took him inside to 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Newton. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And some room to maneuver. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
On 2nd down, Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. He'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Tuesday.
Looking to throw on second down. Ryan. That is caught at the 7. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Here's Ryan. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And Bryant's kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
On first down, Newton. Caught left side by Funchess. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Hey, get right there.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Tackle made there by Robert Alford. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Here's Newton now on second down. Flushed out right. And there's the first NFL catch for the Maryland man, DJ Moore. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
If you scouted DJ Moore prior to him entering the NFL, this is something you saw a lot on tape at the University of Maryland. They had to find ways to get him to football. Hitches, screens, those jailbreaks or tunnels, whatever it took, get the ball in his hands, and he worked like a running back after he caught it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On second down, here's Newton. Steps away to his left. His throw incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And Godot's kick is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Watch 88. Watch 88. Ready. Do 80. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that is incomplete. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here we go. Hey. Four down. Kill. Great.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 2nd down. Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Got a man, it's right. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, here's Newton. Dancing to his left. And the Panthers in for the score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Gano out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the 2nd half now. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. on second down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Ryan now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Gun.
Ryan now off the bootleg. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Julius Peppers in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
12.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. On the screen, this is Coleman. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Newton now to throw. That's Samuel caught left side. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Newton now to throw. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey, and they're able to bring him down at the 20. It's a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Do some.
Newton to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Taken from just outside the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. On 2nd down, Ryan. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The safety, Ross Cockrell, there to knock that one away. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Ryan. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
That's it, baby.
Newton now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Hey, get right down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Gun. Hey, gun.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. So that one will be accepted. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Newton. Caught left side by Funchess. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Newton on 3rd down. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. In for the score. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Gano out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Right here, right here. Hey, white.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception in this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. 22!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Stop made there by Julius Peppers.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
let's go.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
12. Ready, blue 80. Hey, express. Go. Sit up.
On second down, Freeman. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Falcons on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Space. Ready, blue 80.
Here's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Ryan now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
Let's go. Get up. Ready to go.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.